It's all going down in Newcastle.
You don't want to miss this one.
Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher, and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
you get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.
This is COLM McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by Jermaine Franklin in Detroit, Michigan. Jermaine, late addition to the card. How much notice did you have for this fight?
We had a couple weeks out. We was in the gym though, so it wasn't like we wasn't training. But when we first got I guess somebody had got hurt that pulled out, so we was going to be a switch in for that guy. So yeah, it was just a whole. It wasn't a shit show, but it was like a fast-paced thing coming, but we ready, we prepared for it.
When you obviously heard about this fight, you had one fight left on your Matchroom deal. Is this a real opportunity for you to grab that with both hands and maybe get a deal with Matchroom going forward?
As long as it's in the parameters of what I could do. But he's handling good business, so I don't see why not. Yeah.
You had two tough fights back to back. You obviously were an undefeated fighter going into the Dillian Whyte fight. You lost there, and then you fought Anthony Joshua, which was a great fight. And, your stock kind of rose since then. Do you believe you learned a lot in those two defeats?
Everything for me is a learning point. I'm a huge critic of myself. So even if they'd have gave me the victory, I would have found something wrong in the victory to study and learn.
In terms of what you learned from those fights, what did you learn, and what can you bring from those defeats into this fight now?
Just stop looking for the refs to stay fair. I understand this boxing. I understand how the hometown things work, but it was a couple times in the fight to where I probably got frustrated and I started arguing back and forth with the ref. But he's not going to change how he feels. So it was like wasted aggression, wasting time when all my focus could have been somewhere else, and my focus could have been on the fight like it needed to be. So that's been a real big thing with me, not letting other things distract me. If the ref's not threatening to take a point, then I don't know what you're saying. You probably should back.
Do you believe that maybe if the referee or maybe your aggression towards the referee was more controlled, that you could have beat Anthony Joshua that night?
Honestly, I do, 100%. Not saying that I'm taking anything from him, but I feel like for the first 4 to 6 rounds, I surprised him. He was kind of unaware of what to do. Even though he was landing shots, I feel like I controlled it more in the first 4 rounds. So I was just getting started. If I didn't let the aggression get the best of me, I could have let everybody see my work.
Obviously, you said you've had a few weeks' notice for this fight. What do you know about your opponent? He's got an extensive amateur record. He seems up for it. Is he someone that you want to come in here and take out early?
I'm getting out of the. I used to be like I'm a box. Whatever happens. But now the aggression's coming back, so I'm coming in there. I'm looking for the kill. If I can get it, no matter when I can get it, as soon as I see the opportunity, I'm taking it. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to posture about it. I'm just going to try to kill it.
Is this going to be a new Jermaine Franklin that we see? Have you changed or tweaked your game in any way since those two defeats?
I don't want to say a new guy, but I'm probably 30% more aggressive. So we still working on it, but my aggression has picked up.
Last one for me, because we're pushed for time. Anthony Joshua faces off against Dillian Whyte. How do you think that goes, and who do you think comes out on top?
I think AJ won the 12, but I don't think Dillian is to be slept on. I feel like if Dillian can get in there or set up the right punches, he probably can cause some real harm to AJ. But from between fighting the two of them, I personally think AJ just pulls it off on points. In boxing, anybody can get knocked out. So I really don't try to speculate the KO game, but I think AJ pulls it out on points.
So you don't think it's going to end in a stoppage?
I mean, it's boxing. That's the way boxing works. Anybody can get knocked out. So when I look at fights, I really don't try to look at, who can knock who out. Because everybody said I was going to get knocked out in 4 rounds. Everybody said AJ was going to knock me out. But, I got a chin to steal. So boxing just don't work the way everybody thinks it's going to work all the time. So I try to score all the fights off of points. So I think AJ going to pull it off.
Well, Jermaine, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. We'll catch up after Saturday night.
Thank you.
It's all going down in Newcastle.
You don't want to miss this one.
Join us for the very first IFL Live at London's Indigo at the O2, Sunday, August the 13th, with me, Kugan Cassius, and some very special guests. Eddie Hearn, Darren Barker, Johnny Fisher, and more. Tickets now on sale. So in the words of Eddie Hearn,
You get up, you dress up, and you fucking show up.